Hello everybody, we are here with a timeless reading. My name is Gabriella. For anybody new tuning in, welcome to the channel. Before we get started with the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with the highest good. I'm seeing something that's being determined here. We're starting off with the Lovers. The Wheel of Fortune. There can be, maybe more deliberate than not. Wheel of Fortune is connected with the way the wind is blowing in this situation with this person, where things are going. In an unexpected direction, Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. Okay, so we have everything out is a major arcana, so this is going to feel like I'm hearing a big push. Ooh, I'm seeing you get word about something here. It looks like you'd been waiting on this. I'm hearing retail very strongly. Retail. You'd been waiting on this information, I'm seeing. This could have to do with your money, but it can also have to do with somebody else that's connected with your money, or your resources, or a home, or family. But let's actually say that you're the King of Pentacles here. Okay. I'm seeing something socially that's going on here. So, Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune. Lovers is somebody or something that you're connecting with. Wheel of Fortune is about change and expansion that we undergo. Wheel of Fortune is connected with Jupiter, so this can mean like something that you're learning that's creating this expansion. But Wheel of Fortune is also associated, like I see it as being associated with sevens in general. And sevens are about like what we can call like luck or chance, or things moving in different directions, especially to have Mars next to it. And Mars can be these changes that happen in abrupt or even sudden ways. And there can be something here that you're looking at kind of like, oh, I didn't expect us to go in this direction. It looks like it, again, has to do with you and someone, or you and something that you're doing. So you may be looking into this. I'm feeling very hot all of a sudden. Maybe there's an activation that you're feeling, but there can also be something that's having you feel like you're, I don't know, waking up a bit. Maybe you feel like you're on your toes with something here. If there had been word that you were waiting for that was associated with like a job, with finances, resources in general, home, family, those are the things that I'm getting with this. I'm seeing that you're going to get information coming in, but it like wasn't allowed to come in until the right time is what I'm seeing. And this may affect you and somebody else, is the way that I'm seeing this. So either this is like your money that this is connected with, or your resources, or your job that this is connected with, or your family, or it's like somebody else that you're connected with. Like you're either the King of Pentacles here, or somebody that you're connected with is the King of Pentacles. Like those of you cross watching, you're connecting with the King of Pentacles. But some of you are the King of Pentacles. If, let's just say that you're the King of Pentacles, and if you're the other person, then just switch the roles here. If you're the King of Pentacles, there may be somebody here that you're connected with, and you're waiting to get word on something, subject that is connected with stuff that you're responsible for. And I'm seeing you had like sort of been waiting, but I'm getting that this information wasn't coming in until like the time was right. But the way that this is happening is this seems like very good news that's coming through. So this can be like you got a loan, or like something went through, like your credit got checked, and just like I'm seeing something that would be like, yes, we did it. It looks like an accomplishment, like Tower and the Ten of Pentacles. This is like something that goes very well. And I'm seeing you look at it and like feel very happy about this. Like I'm even seeing you, I keep seeing images of like a couple like buying a home or something like that. It feels like something that would be like that, or synonymous with that, like something that would be similar to that, because I'm seeing somebody with like champagne, like popping a bottle, something like that. It's like a celebration is how this is coming through. Or it can be like your fiance just got like a job and you guys were waiting to hear the news. It's like something like that that feels very important. It feels like a big life step or a big life thing. But I'm seeing it's like one person is sort of like the main character within this, but they're connected with another person. I'm seeing like the partnership be like of primary importance here, but I'm only getting energy for one person. So even though I know two characters are here, I'm just seeing like a prime subject. For some of you, this person has like a heavy Capricorn placement, or their sun may be in the 10th house. They could be going through a transit too, maybe something specifically with Saturn. But yeah, I'm seeing like very good news coming in. So if you're with somebody and you've been waiting for news about something, like did they get the job? Did they not? Did the loan come through? Did it not? Did this get checked? Is it going to be okay? I'm seeing something good coming through here, like something fortunate even. I'm also seeing something here about like a suggestion that's connected with like readjusting one's thinking. What was the High Priestess that wanted to come out? Yeah, there's something very specific here about like readjusting one's thinking, and then I'm seeing that there's like a very solid direction that we're moving in here. Before also, you could have felt like you couldn't move forward without this. Almost like you were waiting for this last piece of information to like decide something big, or you were just like stuck until this came through. I'm getting something like that. But then I'm seeing it come through. Know that this timing was like very particular for some reason. Like I'm getting you, like things weren't like allowed to fall into place until now. I'm seeing like your guides be very, very particular about the timing here with this, with like specifically when this information came through. Very, very particular with the timing. It's like you weren't allowed to have this information until it was like allowed to come through. But yeah, I'm seeing this be like surprisingly good news, and I'm seeing something that would be like celebrated here. So yeah, really good news. Just to like come back to what this would be about, this would be about somebody's like resources, finances, possessions, job, family, things that, well, like when you think about earth energy, it would be connected with that. A role that somebody's playing. Some of you, this has to do with a teaching job. And somebody may have gotten like a position, something like that that's important. So yeah, what I'm getting is that before something may have been like stuck mentally as well, but I'm seeing as this is reframed, it sort of allows a movement. It seems like it's connected with the throat chakra, so this could be like mental energy that you needed to work with to get things moving along. It's kind of like a puzzle that needed to be solved and then you could move forward. But yeah, I'm seeing like cause for celebration here. Yeah, here's the Capricorn. Oh, how about that? I said that this person may have a Capricorn placement, Sun in the 10th house, or something going on with Saturn. Capricorn and Saturn just popped out here. Capricorn, Saturn. So yeah, I feel like this would be associated with this person, or it's you. Could have like a transit going on. Yeah, you could have felt like really stuck on something. I'm hearing stuck on the puzzle, stuck on something here, and it needed to be. Could have been something that you were holding on to that was unnecessary, but you may have like convinced yourself that it was necessary, but it actually just wasn't. Let's say this too. Something could have happened in a way that you weren't anticipating. And if you interpreted just like the fact that this was unexpected as it potentially being something negative or unwanted, it could have like doused some of the potential like happiness, excitement, thrill, looking forward to nature of this thing. But I'm getting your guides even be like, look into it and see that this is like cause for celebration here, cause for excitement, cause for like coming together. And I'm getting that it just took like reframing something that maybe before you wouldn't have seen this as good news, or maybe before you wouldn't have looked forward to it like that. Like there was maybe something that there was just like a change in the thinking that was needed, because I'm seeing something wasn't really benefiting you before. I'm hearing mind altering. I see this as being something mentally for you. I will say this too, like with the Hanged Man and also the Devil here being associated with the King of Swords, this can be like really getting trapped in your head and really like trapping yourself into like a habitual like thinking or even narrative that needed to be surrendered. Or it could have been like being motivated by things that, or thinking that you need certain things that you don't actually need, or like focusing on things and like convincing yourself that you need to focus on those things, or it needs to be this way or that way. It can also be like focusing on nonsensical things as well that didn't need to be, and putting like a lot of your energy into it, like allowing it to siphon your energy. But it would be things that you would kind of feel like it's a waste of time. Like looking back at it, it would be like, why did I spend all of my energy doing that? Like that's such a precious resource, but it could have been something that you were like really dumping a lot of energy into before. Ace of Swords. You're all clear now. Whatever this was that needed to be sorted out, I'm seeing you do that. But I guess, like, before you may have not seen, before you could have been doing something unnecessarily, but for some reason, like, you thought it was necessary to be doing. But it needed to be reframed. Let's say it like this. It could have been something that you were doing that was a habit that, like, you didn't need to be doing it anymore. And maybe you didn't even need to do it in the first place, but who knows, like, why you got there. So many different things that could have led you there in the first place. But what I'm getting, like, with the Hanged Man and the Devil, it's like something where you, like, convince yourself that you need something, like, I need to have it, or I need to keep doing this. Like, what am I without that? It's like an addiction that we have to something, especially with the Hanged Man and the Devil. Like, the Devil speaks about things that we give our power to, and the Hanged Man is represented, it represents Neptune. And Neptune, both of these cards suggest illusion and, like, us not being honest with ourselves and us falling, like, victim to things or trapped to things or, like, surrendering our power to things. And something needed to be surrendered that you could have convinced yourself you needed, or that was, like, necessary for you, but it was actually something that wasn't. And it was something that you were, like, trading your power for this thing or trading some of your energy for it. But just this, like, little workaround that you've done mentally, or maybe a big workaround that you've done, I'm seeing you put time and effort into this, and then I'm seeing you basically, like, graduate from this very mentally tricky thing. Like, having the Hanged Man and the Devil, it can feel like you're in some sort of maze and you're trying to figure out, like, how do you get out of it, and it ends up being some very, like, tricky way that you get free from this, like something that you wouldn't have expected. It wasn't very straightforward, and it ends up being something complicated and simple at the same time. The Devil can also be associated with, like, unnecessary, I think we already covered this, like, unnecessary things, but it's something that you feel like you need but you don't, but it's because you're, like, outsourcing your power and, like, not finding that within you. So again, it's something that you give away your power to, but it's, like, something that you convince yourself that you want or that you need. That's the thing, like, that's why it's so appealing. Because the Devil is very attractive. It's not something that repulses you. It's something that pulls you in. And so, of course, you're like, ooh, like, I want that thing, or I need that thing, or, like, what is my life without that? But then you come to find that you actually never need it. It's like you convince yourself, or you are convinced through your interaction with this thing, that you need it for your survival. To cope, even. And now you know that you don't. Again, I'm seeing you, like, have graduated the course here, and now I'm seeing things are going to move very quickly. So good news coming. It has to do with you and another person. It looks like one person is getting this good news, but both people are affected by this, because I'm seeing, like, the relationship come first. I'm seeing that be very important here. So good news. It's one person's good news. It affects both people. Seems like it benefits both people, even if that's not initially how it's seen. Cause for celebration. One had been in a place before where they may have felt, like, powerless, or even like they were giving their power away to something that they felt like they couldn't get out from underneath. Then that ends up being resolved, and then I'm seeing just more movement, and we're ending with the Ace of Swords. And that's feeling very, very clear on things, especially because, like, Hanged Man can be associated with, like, fogginess or a lack of mental clarity. And Ace of Swords is that breakthrough. It's that epiphany. It is that mental clarity. So this ends up being worked out. But it could have been something where it reminds me of, like, in movies, you know, when it's nighttime, they put that, like, blue lens over, and so you can't see everything the way that you normally would because there's, like, that hue over it. It's kind of like that. Like, there was like some sort of hue on things before where it was like hard to make everything out, but now I'm seeing that stuff all be like all of those color lenses being taken off, and now you're just seeing everything very clearly for what it is. So there is that. And it seems like it may clarify things with you and this person as well. Something having to do with your relationship. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.